Hello and welcome back to Las Vegas for our coverage of the GAMA Trade Show 2017. I'm Eric Summerer here with Nikki from Queen Games. And we have a whole bunch of games to talk about, which has me super excited because I love your stuff. This is Glux.
Yes, abstract strategy.
Okay.
This is a double-sided game board. This is for three players.
Okay.
The other side accommodates your full 4 players.
Oh, it got bigger.
Yes. Yes. Every player's going to start in a cornered section.
Okay.
These are the start markers that you just put out in the corners. Everyone gets a grab bag with their player color. Mm-hmm. In this grab bag, hey, I picked yellow and there's yellow. These are just like dice. So the 6 is going to have the 1 on the other side.
All right.
The 4 will have the 3. Mm-hmm. What you do at the start is randomly draw one of these from your bag.
You got a 4.
I got a 4. I can choose to do the 4 or the 3. I'll just put the 4 here. This is my starting. So everybody's going to do that first.
Okay.
And set up their board. These little guys are simply for the score track at the end of the game.
All right.
No scoring goes on until the end.
Right.
So what happened? I'm going to try to find red for you. Look at that.
Hey, well done.
I am on it.
You are winning. So I would have a new one. I'm going to choose the 6 for my start.
Fantastic. The point of the game is to get a majority in these rooms, the light blue areas. Mm-hmm. This is considered hallways. You have to have them to get to the rooms.
Okay.
So your majority is on not the number of pips, but how many. No, I messed that up. It is the number of pips. So I'm going to draw the way you move to get into these rooms, because I just drew a 4-3 again. That's not very exciting, but I can move 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, and place my chip.
Okay.
That's going to get me somewhere eventually. I could have chosen the 4 side
and gone 4 spaces.
Gone 4 spaces.
So from any one of your pieces, you can go that number of spaces away. Okay.
So as the game progresses, let's say I've got some more. I want to make this legal. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just
now
put
you've got
my
somebody
5
in there. Yep.
I can still choose, if I want to work off of this 4. Or this 4 or this 5.
Yep.
So it's not based on the last piece placed.
Right.
So I can get a lot of places.
Your reach increases as the game goes on.
Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just put. God, boring. I'll put a 1 right there.
Yep.
1s are actually.
Well, 1 you'd only be able to go 1 away, right?
1 away. Which is actually a helpful number. The first time I played this, I thought, oh, you want the 5s and the 6s.
Right.
But if you're trying to get a majority in the room,
so you can just place
sometimes a 1 is the best way to go.
Yep.
If somehow I managed to do this, then I could place here and here. The way we battle out for a room is if you manage to get in here somehow, and and adding a 1 makes me, I was already
You're already winning, but if
anyways.
Yes.
You can stack on top of each other only to 2 high. So if I was making a move like this,
and you could put the 1 on top of my 4.
I could put the 1 on top and mix your 4.
I'd be crying at that point.
Exactly, but no higher than 2.
Okay.
There are ways of blocking. You cannot hop over yourself. So if I had this 4 and somehow this 5 got in here somewhere.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But you couldn't go that way.
Go that way. I'm blocking myself.
So what triggers endgame?
Endgame is when you don't have any more to draw from here, or there's no legal placements on the board. It is possible to be a player that sits for maybe 1 round. I've seen that once or twice with nothing to do, but that usually doesn't end that way. It's usually quite a battle to the end.
Okay. So that's Glux.
Yes.
And when is that available?
That is available now.
Excellent. All right, what's next?
Next, let's do TipTap.
Okay, so TipTap is right here.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. This is actually a remake of Juk Turuk, something like that.
Okay.
I probably pronounced that completely wrong. Older game, but a lot of fun. This is a speed game, so it's going to go fast. The variants in this game are very interesting because you actually do not throw away the shapes that you just, the punches.
Oh, so you would be punching these out,
Yes.
but don't throw them away because they're important.
Because you can use these with the colors and the shapes. You can also play a game with just the black sides.
Okay.
And then in here is the shapes themselves.
Yep.
And the shapes also. You can play with the black side or the colored side.
Wow.
However you want to do that.
All right.
Let's go for a basic game, which would be with the shapes and the colors.
Uh-huh.
And you can lay these out in a nice, neat, orderly way, or you can
And
just throw them all.
Yep.
Just difficulty level and all
Sure.
of that kind of stuff. That isn't
So-
all the shapes, but I think that's good enough
Okay.
for here. You get a deck of cards, which I did not open yet. Wonderful. Move that over there. As with the cutouts, you can also play with the gray side of the cards or the color side of the
Okay.
cards. So what happens is someone's going to be a start player. They are going to flip the card. This is very important.
Yep.
From the top side, so I don't give myself any
Right, yep,
extra
yep.
time to see what's on this card.
Okay.
We flip it. We all have to start with our hands under the table. Simultaneously, we look at the array, put our finger on one or two shapes. If you do two shapes, you have to do it at the same time.
Okay.
If you're only doing one, then you're just doing one. I don't even see one. But let's say I think that this is the blue shape.
Okay.
All right. I am wrong.
You are.
I do not get this piece. You are correct. You get that piece. You place it in front of you, but just because you won that piece doesn't mean it's safe.
Because if it matches another card,
If
someone
this
else
matches
can.
another card, you can try to catch it and claim it again, so I can't steal it from you.
Okay.
If you don't, if you're going for something out here and you don't see that, I can put my finger on there and steal it from you.
Okay.
Okay? And that is really, truly the game.
Okay.
Some of the cards have two shapes on them. Trying to get to some two-shape cards. There you go. You're already on it.
I'm playing.
Here's some two-shape cards. And that's the game.
There we go.
You get 7 in front of you, and you are the winner.
There we go. That's TipTap, a Durkheim game.
Durkheim. We like Durkheim.
Sure.
This is a beach.
So it is.
And I put it on the small player side. Let's
Okay.
play with the full amount.
Okay.
These little dealies, lay them down, stand them up, are just to show your player color.
Okay.
So you'll be
Thank
blue
you. I
and
am
I'll
blue.
be, let me pick a red. Very bright. I also get these little flip-flops, which will be
Flip-flops.
on my score
Score
track.
marker. Okay.
And we get dice in
Dice are
all
good.
kinds of wonderful colors. And a draw bag that the dice will go into. The game comes with 4 expansions.
Wow.
I could explain them to you or not.
No, that's forget just the
But-
basic gameplay.
All right, but you do get all the parts for expansions, and you can put them in one whole entire game, or you can just
They're
put one
modular.
in or
That's-
2 in,
Sure.
however you want to play.
All right.
But we'll go
So
for
how does the
basic
dice
thing.
mechanism work?
The dice mechanism, that's why I had to take all the expansions out of the grab bag, goes in the grab bag. On my turn, I have several options. Right now, because I'm the start player, let's put our beach towels out.
Oh yes, we need beach towels.
You always need beach towels.
Okay.
I'm going to pull 2 dice. I'm going to roll them. I'm going to decide if I like this or not like it. Mm-hmm. Sure, I love it. I'm going to accept this roll.
Okay, sure.
I could choose not to accept the roll
Yep.
and place the dice on this track and take 2 more die
All right.
and roll again. There's another choice I can do. 3, 1. I'm going to say I like this.
Okay,
and
yeah,
stick
sure.
with it.
Okay.
I like this. So, I did not put our beach chair. We got wooden beach chairs.
Wooden beach chairs. Nice.
Every player starts in each of these shacks.
Okay.
It's like the bar or beach bar or
Sure,
something
the cabana.
like that. So I'm red, and you are blue. We'll just put those out
Sure.
and leave it that way. Red, blue, blue.
So there's one cabana for each of the colors.
For each of the
Okay.
colors, and you
We'll
fill
say
it
they're
up
all
with
out.
all of your beach chairs. We'll move that to blue, and
Sure.
we'll move this to the white.
There you go.
I'm gonna move up this track. On the white die, 1 space. On the blue die, 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Point of the game is to get as close to the water as possible without getting washed away. We have ocean tiles that are gonna come out and slowly creep down
Oh boy.
the track a number of spaces, either 3 or 4 spaces. If I had gotten my beach chair right to there and it was the end of the game, I would be getting 4 points for that because I am the closest to the water without getting swept away.
Okay.
The game is going to end immediately if someone's beach chair is floating in the water.
All right.
And with this, I chose to do it. It goes in the dice pool.
In the dice pool. It's a pool.
It's a pool. Having taken my turn, I move my beach towel onto this track here.
Okay.
Now that space is full for dice. On your turn, because there are dice on the track, you can choose to take from the draw bag or take from the track.
Okay.
So there's options.
Awesome. Now we only have a minute or 2 left. Can we go
Oh,
through
my
our last
goodness.
2? Let's leave them in the box and let's just talk about them.
Okay. Sure.
Wide. In fact, let's just leave this here. Let's talk
Big
about
fat mess.
Templar's Journey.
Templar's Journey is one of our heavier gamer games. Fast, what you're trying to do is collect an army to get ready to go to Jerusalem and fight in the Holy Wars. You are going to be moving a Pope marker along the track. This track has 2 actions on it. There's a green and a red action, and the start player can choose either that green or that red action. What you want to do is get a majority in each of these cities so that you can score the most points when the Pope reaches one of those cities that is actually on the track. 2 of those cities will not be on the track and will not score at all during the game. There are cards that modify that. You can change out some of these. So someone who's been building up in one city might totally lose out if you get a card for that. There's also some secret actions you can do that will get dealt out at the beginning of the game, and then there'll be some open actions that will be sitting there next to the deck. Every player gets a player board, and on that player board there are additional actions you can choose to do on your turn. Out of all the actions, you are only choosing one thing to do on your turn.
So that's Templar's Journey. One last one that
was
actually has
crazy
me. I know
fast.
that's super fast. This is high level stuff here. Solaris.
Another heavier game. This one you are taking energy from a sun or a star. You are beaming it right back to Earth to generate whatever you're doing on Earth.
Storing
Lights, whatever.
Power.
It's power.
Energy.
So what you're trying to do is get your energy up to 7 on the laser, which is the center thing right here.
Okay. Send that
me.
energy back home.
And send that energy back home. Once you get to 7, the game ends. In order to do that, you have to have the cards to do it. You have to be able to move a shuttle into the correct position to beam the energy back to Earth.
Okay.
And each of these sections of the satellite will be played one at a time, and they have special actions on them in addition to the special actions you can do with the cards that you have in your hands. So you have options for your actions.
Okay.
The big thing I'm really supposed to talk about.
Yeah, okay, one last thing. Make sure that we get through everything here.
is War Eternal. Dun dun dun. This is
And this we have art to show.
art. I'm opening it up. I hope it can be seen.
I think so. We can also get a close-up later.
Okay. War Eternal is a collaboration between Dirk Henn and Michael Elliott.
Okay.
And this is a really neat game with a bunch of cards and a bunch of player boards.
Like that.
Perfect. These is just an example of some land cards. You are playing on a board that has both a light side and a dark side. You can affect either side of the board depending on the cards that you have. It's all about getting control of territories. When you die, you are not really dead. You come back as, if you die on the light side, you come back as a dark side.
Okay.
If you die on the dark side, you come back on the light side.
Okay.
I have some really neat character boards here.
Nice.
That's one of them.
So this is light side, dark side versions of that character.
In the game, it'll be cut in half. You will get blindly dealt a card, a dark card and a light card.
Okay.
You will take these two pieces, put them together, and that will be your starting army here. And on the light side and the dark side, these numbers on the side is for variant, I believe.
Okay.
And the art is just gorgeous on these things.
The name again, Light Eternal?
War Eternal.
War Eternal.
What you are in is a universe that this war between dark and light has been going on for centuries. And you are just a pawn in these gods' game of war. So we're really looking forward to this one. We want it out this year, but we want to do it right.
Okay.
So, and you guys are getting the exclusive. That's the back side of it, where you use your cards. And that is the game board.
Nice.
With all the land types, and your score track is right there.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Looks good. Excited about it. Nikki, thank you for this whirlwind tour of what Queen has to offer. Thank you very much for watching.